you know, that is why I'm telling you that. Ni hao mai, Chinese block producers, I wouldn't tell it in the real world.
Yeah, with that, and as long as somebody gets on video, then we can verify who that is.
Yeah, agreed.
I have approved David at EOS42.io. He's approved. So.
All right, I'll let him know. Thank you.
Okay, let me see if I can move this.
I just went down the list, and it looks as though most people have their names up. So congratulations. That would be the first time this ever happens. A reminder, if there's more than one representative for BP, the person voting, please put
what are you drinking? What are you eating? Let us know. Let us know in the chat if you're just sitting here in the dark at your home, if you're in the office, if you are somewhere else, maybe in a public gathering. Let us know where you are and what you're eating. Are you eating anything? On that note, guys, I will get some water. Wasser is important.
David, coming with the jokes today, David.
Yeah, okay. That's too.
Don't go.
We're
don't
almost
go. Okay?
there.
I'll be back. I'll be back with some water. And by the way, in Sweden it is 3 a.m.
Dafeng, can you confirm that?
In Sweden, you have 3 a.m. currently. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm here live streaming at 3 a.m. But of course, it is a monumental day because you have the biggest ICO ever, $4 billion now. Hopefully, they will launch. Hopefully, guys, I'll be back. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Tell all the new people who joined that I'll be back.
Can they just use the link I received in the email?
I believe they need a password with it.
Yeah. I don't see anybody from Meet One. Meet One is one that I don't see right now.
Let me check with him.
I don't know how the proxy voting is going to work this time now that we have it on Zoom, but you know, I'd kind of prefer it not be shown on the streams if that's possible.
Let's see. Yeah, I think we're still waiting for.
I also don't see anybody from.
Yeah, we're still waiting for more people to join, and I want to tell you what I'm eating. You see what this is? This is ballerina. Ballerina cakes is a thing in Sweden you eat. It's like things. It's like crackers. Is that what you call them? This is how they look like. And let me know what you eat. I mean, it's 3 a.m. and I thought let's eat some ballerina cakes or these crackers, you know. Because why not? Why not while we are at this occasion? But usually, guys, you shouldn't eat at night. It is bad for your health. That is absolutely true.
And I'm trying to keep those private to ourselves if possible. And I'm okay with it if everyone else is. But in general, if we want to keep our votes to however we want to handle that.
I don't think it's possible, Timothy.
Okay.
I mean, some people will say, Ivan, you shouldn't eat live, but I don't care, guys. I'm eating.
Mark, are you still dealing with the emails we are sending to you? Is everybody who sends the email to you, you got approved already?
Stop talking. I will shut up, guys. I will shut up.
Wait, I think they're in. So gravity is in. I think we should be good to go. I don't know.
Anyone else missing that we're aware of?
So
EOS 42 is not in yet.
And just one more reminder, I see multiple representatives from the same BP and some of them don't have witness after their name. Please put witness if you're not the one that's going to be voting for your VP. I still see some.
Okay,
looks like EOS Soul is in, just confirming.
Okay, guys, I will describe taste. Yep. It's a good cracker. I don't know, it's like bready. Do you say that? And then it's cream inside. I mean, people are saying Ivan stop talking, but I don't see how these people now in the conference are more entertaining than me talking about ballerina cakes. Is it true?
I mean, I don't mind. Somebody just brought that up, so.
Yeah, someone's gonna release it anyways, so.
Yeah. Click and save the chat and share.
People are like, stop eating, you will look like Richard Hart. That's a burn. It's a hard burn.
Who are we still waiting for?
I checked with David again with the EOS 42. He said he got the first email, didn't get the second email, the one you from the.
Can we just give him a link?
Form?
We have to. Can we just give him?
Someone sent him a link. He said it wasn't working. If you guys could.
Yeah, people are asking, is this like Oreo? Yeah, it's kind of like Oreo. It's like Oreo. It's true.
Good. Yeah, all here. Okay. I'll just give me a minute to rename.
Anyone else we're missing that we were aware of?
Shilling cake.
Okay, Mark, could you please call the meeting to order?
Guys, yeah.
It says Node 1.
Coding that IvanonTech.com, absolutely shilling.
Is Node 1 not trying to get in, or are they trying to get in and can't?
I just approved them. They should be coming in.
Okay, well, wait just a sec then.
So if I can get some help, I still have 11 people to approve, most of which aren't in any list. So I have Charlie, EOS Union.
Yeah, guys, they're still approving people. I don't know why I should be quiet when we haven't started yet. They're still approving people. But basically, I want to tell you that I'm extremely freaking tired. That is why I'm not behaving like myself. And because currently you have 3:30 a.m. in Sweden, and we started this an hour ago talking about EOS and talking about the voting. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes, guys.
Harry Zhang from top 1. Gunyi.
Okay. I guess the top 1 should be Cody.
Yeah, Mark, I suggest you approve all of those if they're coming in now.
All of those?
We don't know. Again, some of those we don't know. I like Mark's approach here to make sure that someone at least here can vouch for them.
Yeah, I know at least one of those failed the initial.
So they're still like talking about who should vote for people who are not here, but I just want to tell you that it is bright already in Sweden. You know, the sun, it kind of never goes down here during the summer, and currently it is the summer, so it's bright. It's like during the, it's quite bright actually.
Mark, the person from Cocos, I think that is a valid one.
From Cocos? So that's Major KO EOS Cocos?
Yes, that's a good one.
Okay. So if you see anyone screaming somewhere that he or she wasn't able to make it, we can always try to make that person. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for your patience.
Okay, so
I think we have a much cleaner room tonight than any of the 2 last meetings. So I'm very excited about this moment. I think we're all very excited too. And we have a very simple agenda today, which is to vote on a go or no go.
I will shut up.
Mark, may I then preface it with a couple of pieces of information?
We have a few minutes, David.
Okay, let me know when I can.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So you're all aware of the V1.02 update. And right now we've had a number of people confirming that if we were to go with a go vote, then there's still 12 hours to continue to validate that. So there's plenty of time to make sure it works. I have selected, actually between EOS New York and myself, randomly selected an ABP. That ABP has prepared things that they need to prepare, and I have the Genesis file, and I'll need to determine where best to put the Genesis file. They're ready to go. It was a list of 11 extraordinarily talented groups. Everybody out there this is just, I'm always blown away. But so we have a great person, great team that's working on this right now for ABP, and they have everything ready to go. Further, we have Nathan working on the EOS mainnet pull, clone and pull merge to make sure that that's all ready to go as well. So those are the things that are in process right now. And I'm happy to, whatever we decide on where we need to put the Genesis block, I'm happy to share that, however we need to do it as well.
David, I think you can just probably dump that in Telegram and we'll take it from there. Everybody's going to have the Genesis. We'll disseminate it.
Okay. Is that I don't think that even requires a vote. I just needed a location. So I'm happy to put it there.
Yeah, Telegram, Facebook, Twitter, that should be almost public information at this point. So,
okay, so should it be in the validation Telegram channel?
Sure, doesn't matter. We'll disseminate it.
Okay, okay, great. I'll be publishing it there during the call.
If you get it to us, we'll get it to everybody.
Great. Okay, thank you.
I would suggest we keep it in the validation channel and internal sharing until we have validated it and that transactions are not flowing and all of that.
Okay.
Can we translate this, please?
Yeah, let's do the translation. I'm not sure if Gafon followed. Let's do
yes. I can do the translation. So, like 到现在为止，那个 David 和 New York
Please mute yourself.
Yeah， 已经从这个11个能力非常强的一些 AVP 中间，候选人中间选出了一位这个匿名的 AVP， 然后 Genesis 也已经准备好了，然后这个我们将使用的是 1.0.2 版本。Genesis 准备好之后，David 就问说要把那个 Genesis 放哪儿呢？大家提议就是直接放到 Validation 的这个 Telegram Chat Room 里面，因为相对来讲这个 room 比较
some more Chinese action, guys. Chinese action going on.
我补充一下，就是刚才我们11个 APP 是完全随机的选择出来的。
对的。We're good.
We're good.
Prior to the vote, David, could we review the changes and implications from 1.0.1 to 1.0.2 so everyone is aware?
Who is reviewing? Sorry.
So the changes from V10 to V102, I would defer to someone such as Alex, who has had more time to look at the actual code, because I believe that there's more than just 1317 and 138. I believe there were several additional things that were added to that code. So I don't mean to volunteer anybody, but Alex, is that something that you'd like to speak on, please?
I had a lot of time to do that. So there's been changes to the system contract, very small changes, mostly the assertions, the label of the assertions changed. That's the delegate bandwidth. The ABI for the EOS system changed, exposing the name bid information. So we can read the name bids table now. There was some spaces and also in the producer pay a few
There's a release note, Alex, if you want to follow that. That has a really good highlight of the summary.
Okay. I don't have them. I
posted the link, just the release notes on the IO.
So someone gets them?
Just yeah, it just got posted.
Right. So to usability things, the messaging is clearer now. There's one liner that was altered that would make the thing not reverse compatible. Okay, so Dan had that reviewed by everyone. The whitelist and blacklist issue that we uncovered last week, this week was also fixed so that we don't have surprises down the road. So the consensus change was that one liner there. And a few CLIOS improvements. The rest is not very complex. Right, a few checks here and there. There's a bunch of new assertions, mostly that ensure the thing is a little bit more solid and will fail in more precise ways.
Thank you, Alex. And to be clear, the previous, had we gone with the previous 1.0.1 before this 1.0.2 release, it would have required a hard fork too. Is that correct?
So before 1.0.1, between 1.0.0 and 1.0.1, I don't think there was a hard fork. So Dan, like he said, okay, if no one has launched yet, let me fix a little thing that would otherwise might have been harder to put in the release. That's why 1.0.2. He took
it didn't appear to me that it would have caused a hard fork. It just was a good idea to put some of those things in. So that's it. So I have additional update. I've just posted the Genesis file in the validate the EOS validation channel. Please confirm. And Nathan has just confirmed that he has merged, pulled in, basically he's merged master, and he's working on the launch RC branch that will be ready.
Okay guys, just a quick comment here. Basically there was a new version released during the night and they are not sure if it's a hard or soft fork, so that is what they're currently discussing basically.
Updates on those things. So let me know if anyone sees any corruption at all in the Genesis file that I've posted into the EOS Validate Telegram channel, please.
Can we translate that once more, please? Just
然后
to release
刚刚
information.
对，刚刚 David 把那个 Genesis file 已经放到那个 EMLG 那个群里了，然后请大家可以的话都是去检查一下它。
那个我们那个在 main 的那个 report 曲下面还没有1.0.2的那个 tag 哦，是从官方里面拉吗？真的？
Nathan 在打。
哦，在打了是吧 ？OK， 谢谢。
So we don't have the 1.0.2 in the mainnet branch, mainnet repo yet.
Actually, that's a good segue. I just noticed I just did a fetch on it, and we've got a movement on master, and then a new branch called MLOC. If someone has any information about what that
is. Please be patient. It's not quite done. Nathan is working on it right now. He's working on putting that together, and I'll announce when that's available.
Nathan 现在在打。
Yeah, as for the GitHub repo, it should only be Nathan right now that's going to be playing with tags or branches. So
it is sure indeed. Yeah, just Nathan.
Yeah, it's just Nathan right now. So please do not touch it. If you do have authority to do changes or branches, just please don't touch it right now.
Yeah, there's very few people who are owners in that as well, and Nathan is one, and I'm one. So Nathan, I gave Nathan the authority to do that. Okay, that's been translated. Do we want basically those are my updates? Do we have anyone else that needs to discuss the 101 to 102 changes? Do we feel like we have adequate explanation?
David, did the ABP confirm to you how they will freeze the chain?
Yes, the ABP actually has a schedule, and where would you like me to put that schedule?
Same channel.
So in validation, okay, it's a very nice schedule. I'll need to copy it over so as to ensure that person's anonymity. So let me start doing that right now.
大家对1.0.1到1.0.2的变更有没有什么意见？
哎，对了，我还想问个问题，对。Hi, David. So basically, in Dan's words, he said there's a kind of a potential fork between the 1.0.1 and 1.0.2. So I'm wondering, can you elaborate a bit on what's the possible potential fork on that?
There's no fork. There's nothing. It basically is if we would have gone and gone live with 101, there would be some updates there. It doesn't look like it would be even hard updates from what we've seen so far. So the 102 is what we would be going live with. So that was the idea. Is Dan took what Dan saw after conversing with us last night. He looked more closely at some of the things that we had talked about and realized that there may be an opportunity there for him to make some changes now that might cause some issues later that wouldn't be as easy to update. And again, I'm not going to say hard fork in there because I don't think that Dan ever said that. Basically, it's essentially higher math precision and some other things that they wanted to be able to put in there. So the idea was that he took advantage of that extra time, which I thought was a great thing for us and for the blockchain to put a few more things in there. And for the V102, we were already expecting the V102 this afternoon, basically today, whatever we want to call today, Friday. We were already expecting it Friday, and it was delivered, but with some additional things. Just to be cautious, we also looked at replaying it and doing other things with it. But it looks like 102 is fine. I would still expect people to be validating and doing some other things once we start taking it from ABP. But it's not going to It's not going to cause any sort of a hard fork for any of the testnets or anything like that. Again, people even replayed the chain. The replay didn't work on Jungle, as you're probably aware, because of the different math precision that's been introduced in 1.02 VO versus 1.01. Does that make sense to everybody? And
gotcha.
Should you want, Bo, did you want to translate? Yeah, Bo,
gotcha.
can you translate?
Thank you. Yeah. 就是那个刚刚因为那个 BM 他的那个群里说到了一个 potential for， 然后我就是想问说这个情况具体是怎么样，然后刚才 David 跟大家解释了说这个并不是有什么大的问题，只是说在我们昨天经过 logo 之后，然后那个 then 他又看了一下代码之后，然后把一些问题都解决了，然后可以相当于说应该是说一个更好用更安全的版本，然后也没有什么大问题，对我们不用担心这个。Yep.
All right, so we are ready. We have a question that has been translated to Chinese, so I am pasting the question that was approved today. Everybody get ready. We will tally the votes. We will remove any duplicates. We will ignore, please, we need to make sure we translate this. We will ignore any vote that does not have a block producer next to the first name of the person, and we will remove duplicates.
And just to be very clear, this is the no-go vote for this meeting. That means that we will then prepare for the 1300 Saturday go live of the chain. Just to be very clear on that.
I mean, it's the go, no-go vote, not the no-go vote.
The go, no-go vote.
Yeah, you said the no-go vote.
Okay.
let's keep it positive.
I was confused as well.
It's the go-go vote. Why do we do go or vote go? Pardon me, guys.
I have a quick.
That was some nice.
Do we need to have a translation for Chinese? Do we need to have a translation for Chinese, please?
Yep. Put the question in Chinese in the chat.
David, can you please repeat the question again?
Is that a no-go?
I guess
not a question. This is a go, no-go vote. If it is a go, we will prepare to launch 1300 hours Saturday, UTC.
好的，就是这个问题，就是这个最关键的问题了，就是说到底是 go 还是 no go。然后如果是 go 的话，我们将在将近12小时以后，就是北京时间今晚就要开始整个上线过程。对。
晚上。
补充。不好意思，补充一个，刚才的话也提到，我们在logo 的统计过程中会刨除掉背后没有节点名字的人，所以的话，节点代表们，比如说有多个人加入这个 meeting， 一定要记住会选一个人出来，把你的 BP 名字放在后面，剩下的人把 BP 名字放在后面的同时，有可能你再加上一个 witness， 投票的时候只会从每个节点里面选一个代表出来。还没有改的人，现在记得去 rename 去改变你的名字，否则的话会影响最后的投票。好 ，over。
对
，All right, everyone.
一票
ready? This is happening.
Another question is it in the Telegram or the Zoom?
The Zoom.
请问一下，今天晚上9点， just to confirm. 北京时间今天晚上9点，
No
开始的是做交易还是开始上线？
开始上线流程。
OK，Thank you。
对。
哎，我理解的有问题吗？难道不是现在够的话，我们就可以同步做 peer 做 mesh 吗？
对的，
对，没错。所以如果是够的话，立刻就开始走上线流程了，做验证啊什么的。然后今天晚上9点就开始 open transaction。
到底是上线还是开始整个上线开始交易？
交易是晚上，开始交易是今天晚上，但是如果这个刚才一会儿投票是够的话，我们现在就开始做，就是开启交易之前的，包括验证啊，然后大家做 mesh 啊、同步数据这些东西就立刻开始做了。OK。 没问题。
然后补充一下这个。
Wow! Congratulations, guys.
History in the making, guys.
Go!
Good job, guys.
Who brought the champagne?
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, go, go. Go, go, go.
They brought enough for everybody.
100%. A unanimous vote. Unanimous vote.
Unanimous.
That's it, guys. That's it. It's go.
Person here is a go. So I haven't seen any.
There hasn't been one no.
Has not been a no.
Wow.
100%. That's how you come together as a community.
Wow. I know it's been a long process and we've had a lot of infighting and whatever, but we came together real quick, guys. This is great. Good work.
In discussions. It was great.
It's a long time to listen. Worth the wait. Worth the wait.
Absolutely awesome.
You're on the caller.
Awesome. What I want to say too is I don't even want to use basically all I saw, everything that we did was to come together as a community. All the things that happen in a real world community, a global community like this, are things that happen all the time in other communities. Rarely do this many people come to an agreement this quickly on anything. If you compare us to the UN or any other governing body out there, this was amazing. I'm just so honored that I got to be a part of that. I'm about to post the ABP schedule in the Validate channel. I cleaned it up.
Could we get the UN to run on EOS?
Yeah, one quick question. David, can you kind of recap next steps for the next 12 hours? And everybody's really hyped up, but I think it's important to kind of recap.
That's exactly what I'm putting in right now.
Thank
Hold on,
you.
give me a sec.
I can do that, David, if you want.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm going to put it in the Validate channel as well. This is the schedule, but please go ahead.
So
this is one small step for man and one giant step for humankind. Good job, guys.
All right. So next step, I'm gonna leave this call open so that people can discuss.
Yes, for men and women. Sorry, this is one small step for everybody.
Yes.
We are making history today, everyone. We are making history today.
Congratulations, guys. Hey.
Let's go.
Amazing. So now we all have a responsibility to start validating the chain, make sure that it corresponds to the agreement on the content of the chain, which was the 5798 plus the constitution change plus the 1.0.2 update. My recommendation is that we look at the schedule, agree on the schedule, and unless we have a hard showstopper discovered in the next hours, we let transaction go through. I'm looking at the schedule right now, at the same time of you, I guess.
Could we discuss? I've just posted the ABP's proposed schedule, and could we please just take everyone? It's in the Validate Telegram channel. I don't have admin privileges there, so I'm not able to pin. And I believe that would be important to pin, as well as pinning the Genesis block up there for people who need to have that.
Is there any way we could get the content so we can validate it before that time? Otherwise, it would push it back. Like if there's any inconsistencies or.
Look at the time, Alex. There's plenty of time to validate.
Yeah, I know. But if we can get that.
They don't plan on launching till Sunday morning, so we've got plenty of time to validate, right?
看了一下，是今天晚上9点开始进行卖时是吧？如果是 Go 的话，我看好像
好像我们之前的理解不对。
All right, guys. So we have a go vote. We have a go vote from the community. Community voted to go and actually go ahead and launch the network. And it is, of course, exciting to see exactly what happens next. Because, right, we have a go vote, but what is actually how do we launch this?
把1.0.2 build 出来。
What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get someone to come on the stream and talk to us about this. I mean, I'm trying to get EOS Sweden. Maybe someone else can jump in.
Sorry. All right, so everybody's happy with the schedule. I mean, this is an event now. We have, I don't know how many thousand people looking at us. We should thank them for their patience and the fact that we've done great due diligence on the release from EOS for EOS.io, and that we're very happy and proud. So, I mean, this is all our show. We are 134 online right now.
We represent multitude. We are just a small group here. We represent multitudes, and this will be the first decentralized blockchain, true decentralization. So
why don't we all punch in the country we're from in the chat? That's going to be amazing already.
While we have people on this call, while we have people watching worldwide, let's remind everyone that it is our stance that for now, voting should only take place on Kleos. We do not yet have portals that we can all come to agreements that are trusted directly. If you do trust the people that are bringing you to a portal, make sure you know them. It's our stance that for now, voting should take place securely using Kleos.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that reminder, Timothy.
Yeah, and that includes the rules that haven't been verified by third parties yet.
对，就是还要就是继续提醒一下大家，就是现在说真正第三方的这个投票方法都没有绝对安全的，绝对安全现在只有通过 Kleos 的命令行方式投票。对，但是咱中国应该有不少地方投应该是比较安全的，还是安全第一。
I have a question. I'm looking at the schedule, and it says that Saturday, 1300 UTC, 10 seed nodes will announce their IP addresses, and then Sunday morning, the BPC node will connect to the seed and push out blocks. Does that mean we can't start validating until, I mean, we need the initial blocks to validate, right? So where does validation come in this schedule?
We put the schedule on the screen.
Hey guys, we're gonna end the live stream, so thanks for watching. And if you are watching this later, just feel free.
Okay, so who should put that on the screen? I can.
Why are we ending the live stream? We should keep going. We're not done here yet.
I think there's 3 live streams going actually, so I'm not sure it's a complete killer.
Yeah, we're streaming, guys. We're streaming.
Yeah, David Moss, if you have the schedule, can you screen share it up for everyone to see?
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Hey, can we get Kevin to mute his mic, please? It's been open the whole call.
Maybe Mark, can you just mute everybody, reset everything, because it's really hard to hear everybody.
All right, so yeah, they muted everyone. I mean, for me, I'm not really sure what I feel, guys. I'm a lot excited for this to go through and to really, you know, launch. And they're going to launch on Saturday, as I understand. But we will get EOS Sweden to discuss this more with us in a few minutes. I think when there is nothing interesting left to see, I think
meshing needs to happen.
If there is nothing interesting to see in this conversation, then we will switch to EOS Sweden quite soon.
Okay, again, this is the ABP's proposed schedule. This is again this is now something that is open completely for discussion. This is just one person. Well,
correct me if I'm wrong, but what we had been saying in the previous meetings is that we would have a go no go vote tonight, and then we would start validating after that. If that's changed, that's okay. I'm just trying to be clear on exactly what we're talking about doing.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the schedule we agreed to me. It seems like it's 12 hours too late. 12 hours farther on, I mean.
Okay. I'm again, so I'm happy to
we also receive new software which will arrive any moment now, so let's give the ABP the time he needs, or she.
Yes, let's give them.
Yeah, I just want to know between now and the meshing, we still have a bit of time. So what do we do at the moment? If you know, for the non-ABPs, I mean. So that wasn't
right to start validation.
Yeah, basically it's, you know, we need 10 volunteers as seed nodes, which is I believe on here. And then after that, the ABP will connect to those when ready to start sending blocks, and they will provide snapshots to validators. And that can start happening as soon as the ABP is ready to go. But we do not have I do not believe we have the entire GitHub project ready to completely go yet. I'll check in with Nathan, and we also need to make sure that everything else is ready to go with I think that's it. It's V1 1.02. So let me check in with
it also says Sunday morning the node will push blocks out to the network. So we get no blocks until Sunday morning.
Yeah, and I again, that's what I'm pushing. This is what I'm trying to do is be a conduit here and not try to overinterpret. And so, what would the group propose? That seems like it is a long period of time. Suggestions?
I'm fine with the schedule.
Christian, I think. Hello.
Well, once we have the genesis, we can start meshing right now. I don't see why we should wait until meshing.
Well, yeah, we can mesh now, and we'd like to validate as soon.
Right, guys, they're talking about the schedule now, what will happen after the vote, because we have a unanimous goal to launch the chain, and now it's extremely exciting to see how are they going to launch it more practically. And in a few minutes we will have EOS Sweden candidate talking to us in the after talk about what has happened and what we actually saw just right now.
Understand, we could start meshing right now because we have the genesis file. But like we want the content as fast as possible.
The ABP is not ready to start that process, but we'll be ready.
The ABP does not need to do anything for us to mesh. We have Genesis file. We can start connecting.
True, that's correct.
We just need the injection. The ABP is not ready to do the injection.
That's correct. The ABP is not completely prepared to be able to do this. And let me see if I can contact the ABP.
Your screen is shared, huh? Is that your screen? Maybe you want to watch out where you're going.
Agreed. Good catch, Alex.
I'm unsharing my screen.
Yes, you are.
Okay. As for the ABP, I mean that or him or her had a really well noticed. If they had raised their hands and are not ready, I mean, all it is update sync. We have that new code update, but they should be able to get that node up pretty fast. I mean, I'm not too sure why they would take. They had plenty notice, but we should be able to mesh tonight, so that tomorrow we should be able to open up for transactions. That would be my vote.
Right. But I thought we would have a pause chain tonight that we could validate. I thought that.
Yeah, I thought that was the intent for. I mean, it's not going to happen maybe next hour. We've still got some code update to do, but we should be able to get this syncing by tonight, at least by in the next 2 hours at least.
Yeah.
We all have our sleeping bags here. We're ready to mesh.
Yeah.
Everyone's ready to go.
Haven't you already started?
I really don't see anybody going to bed at this point. Why would somebody be going to bed at this point?
I think maybe it's under promise, over delivered. We probably will be able to start meshing very soon.
Grant Cardone, over promise and over deliver.
Yeah.
Just give it a bit more time.
The reason for long meshing is to allow the entire world to join, the way that I look at it. So I support that approach.
Yeah, we can mesh. We can mesh before the transactions come in. We'll be long meshed before transactions pass. We want the Genesis to get the first blocks after the injection, so we can validate. That's our next big step, is validation. Right?
Yeah, and we have a lot of people who are going to have to. Yeah, we're going to have the 102 in the mainnet repo for everybody to do that. So we have a little bit of a delay here. Let me again reach out to Nathan.
Yeah.
Just want to also make sure that we take a moment to think about the security as well. I noticed that some people were sharing their screen earlier, and there's probably like a bazillion people watching this.
Yeah, it's a bazillion people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, like we were sharing screens last time too, and this is recorded. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, it was just on IvanonTech right now. That shared screen of yours, David.
Yeah, guys. We share all the screens.
Your shared screen, IvanonTech. Yeah, they're sharing this right now. I just saw it on the screen.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, there may not be anything to worry about there. Let's just.
No, it's I did.
No, that was on purpose because we wanted to share the schedule.
Yeah, no, I know. I get that.
Yep. There was nothing. There was nothing there. There was nothing there identifying. Looked good.
No, you have no idea who this group is at this point, because I had not actually reached the place where I was going to communicate with them. So, thank you for catching me before I actually got to that part of my telegram.
EOS Go stop streaming. Does anybody know what happened there? I'm getting a lot of chats from the public asking.
Our Zoom crashed here. I don't know why, but we switched OS.
Okay, so you guys are working on getting it back.
Hello? Hello, a question. And it seems that we EPCs have 1 hour
Looking at the price, we have 0.44% increase. Are you expecting moon, guys? Ooh, 1.4. Ooh. Do you think it will pump? Let us know.
He's saying that in the current scheduled model, block producer candidates are basically granting themselves an hour of privileged access to the network. And I think he's asking whether that's acceptable.
We won't have any privileged access. It's not possible. I think the goal was to have everyone reg producer at the same time. But if transactions go in for everyone.
I think he just.
Well, the schedule says that block producers won't reveal a. Sorry, I'll let you translate in a sec. The schedule says block producers won't open their public endpoints for that hour, which is what's causing it to be privileged to the block producers.
Yeah, that's a weird rule.
That requires an incredible amount of synchronization. I don't think that's going to be easy nor possible.
But I'll translate that. I'll translate that.
Necessary nor
Go ahead.
wanted. We don't.
I don't think it's necessary or wanted. But go ahead, Defeng.
Yeah. 就是刚才应该是EOS Eco 的问了一个问题，就是如果你看那个 schedule 的话 ，Sunday 12小时 UTC 的时候 ，block producer 可以开始去 reg produce， 然后1个小时之后我们才公布这个链是公开的，也就是说BP 有1个小时的这个特权时间，我们可以 reg produce， 我们可以做其他事情，在公开之前。
Chinese action, guys.
这个是提出来的问题。这1个小时的这个时间，我们的特权时间，是不是应该有的呢？其实从技术层面来讲，应该是非常困难能做到这一点的，因为在12小时的时候，
so to recap, guys,
可能就有一些
we have a yes vote that the network is going to launch. The block producers has basically they have tested the network, they're ready to launch. They have all voted yes. Now we're talking about the schedule, how the launch will actually look like. Looking at the price action, we actually see this increase during the past minutes. Let's see if it continues to rise, because of course people are wondering about the price. So here you go, guys. But in a few minutes, what we will have is we will have EOS Sweden coming in here and talking to us about more specifically and asking our questions more, you know, more at one-to-one basis, because I personally have some questions when it comes to this.
就是它开放交易跟，就是它肯定要先开放把 block 推给我们。 或者说做一个 snapshot 给我们，然后我们验证完了之后才能开放交易，是这样吧？因为我在那个 schedule 里面并没有看到显示的提到说什么时候开放交易，那个用词很模糊，就什么时候 go live， 什么叫 go live， 我不是很清楚。因为如果说他推 block 跟 go live， 如果我的理解 go live 就是那个 transaction 开放的话，如果同时进行的话，我觉得这个事情就有点，就同时2件事情在做，我觉得有点措手不及。 你可以跟他确认一下，就这2个应该中间是有时间差的。
All right, still more Chinese.
Push block 和这个把 whitelist 去掉，对，这2个吧，是吧？
对，首先有没有 whitelist？
Okay, I'm gonna check with EOS Sweden if there is something important still to listen to, or if we can jump.
I think we need a bit of clarification in the schedule in terms of what exactly things happen in terms of technical things. So. We're going to have a mesh, and then blocks will start pushing out. And when will the blocks start pushing out? And second is when the blocks are pushing out, when we're receiving them, I believe there should be a whitelisted, transactions that can happen, right? Will there be a whitelist? Because it's not so clear from looking at the schedule.
I agree with that. So the undetermined Sunday morning also is if it like it's 11:50 and then 10 minutes after, so 11:50 is the first time we see the content, and then after 10 minutes we start like doing reg produce and it's open to the world at 13. That gives us 1 hour and 10. That does not really make sense. So we need to have either something very precise or 12 hours for validation, because even at that point we can trash the chain. If the content doesn't fit exactly what we all agreed on, we need to trash that chain, right? So we can't have an indeterminate period of time to do that validation. And we need
to. It should be validated before being public, right? That's asked.
Yeah, where does that fit in on the schedule, if I can ask? I didn't see that exactly when the validation time is, like what and where it kind of falls in the schedule.
There's kind of like no time frame for validation.
Yeah, the time frame for validation. I think there are a few technical key milestones.
David, are you there? Can you speak to that?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
So I think a lot of people are confused at what point does the validation happen before everything kind of starts going.
Okay, Eric,
we didn't really see that
Hello
on
there.
the schedule.
See ya. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I cannot see anything. Maybe.
Yeah, you will not see me. You will not see me, unfortunately. I do not have my camera. Let's see. Can you move a bit? No, just be where you are. Or actually, can you move a bit to the left or to the right? So guys, right now with us we have Eric from EOS Sweden. Let's see if we can get the camera on. And basically, what we're going to talk about now is what we just saw during the live stream. Number one. Eric is from EOS Sweden. Eric has been involved in the community a lot, basically launching the first testnet on EOS and now working a lot as a block producer candidate. You look tired, Eric. I also am extremely tired. It's 4 AM here in Sweden. And can you just tell us, I mean, what just happened? Can you recap everything? I'm sure many people understood what happened, but if you just recap in your own words, what happened in the last 30 minutes?
Oh, shit. It's been a long week. That's why I'm tired. Let's start there. There's been so much to do, and now we have had a go vote. So we're basically decided that we're going to put the network, the blockchain, live as soon as possible. That's the.
And so, Eric, you and EOS Sweden, you've been one of these block producer candidates who have been resisting the go vote, and you've been more careful. So can you please explain your thought process and what actually, how did you make the go decision today? Why aren't you as careful as you were last time?
We have been given more time to test now, so we've been basically resisting because we wanted to run through all of the basic functionality and also most of the advanced functionality in the software. So that takes some time, and now we have been running through almost all of it, I think. So we feel way more confident now with how the software will actually perform now on a live network.
And so we saw this schedule on the screen in this Word document. So I saw a number 1300 time UTC, I guess. What will happen at 1300 UTC time? Today, right? Saturday.
I actually didn't have time to look at the schedule yet. It's too much going on all the time. But basically, the reason why we always go 1301 is because it fits good for most of the world.
Oh, so it is another meeting at that time. Is it correct, or will something technical happen?
Yeah, it's the ABP, the appointed block producer, will start up the network and make sure everything is up and running. And at that point, we will start meshing, I think.
And so
meshing is starting now, but at that point, I think the ABP will start connecting out.
Okay, so can you please explain to us more? ABP is appointed block producer. Basically, the community appoints someone to act as a block producer to bootstrap the network. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
And how will that choice be done?
It has been done already. The appointed block producer was not notified yesterday, I think.
So who is it?
So we don't know.
Okay.
No one knows.
But someone knows, right? Someone has notified
exactly. A few people know. A few select people know.
All right. Why is this secrecy?
There are several reasons for it. Why is Satoshi secret?
Yeah, security reasons, doesn't want attention.
Yeah.
So you think it's the same?
And now the ABP nodes is very important. The ABP will be the only one producing blocks on this chain until we reach the 15%, which means that the EOS chain is validated.
Okay, can you please talk more about the 15%? It means that the token holders who hold the EOS tokens, all of you guys, you and I, that we need to vote on this particular chain hosted by ABP, and we need to vote for block producers. Is that correct?
Exactly, and I think that's the process that we're going to try to start at 1300.
Okay, and so how can people vote? Because that is obviously the next step. You represent EOS Sweden. We've had BitSpace on the stream just before the voting started, and there are of course a lot of other candidates. I know people talk a lot about EOS Canada. So if someone has a favorite candidate, maybe in the chat or wherever they are, how can they actually vote, cast a vote for that candidate?
I think that the only way we can recommend right now, which is to use Cleos, which is the command line tool built by Block.
Yeah, people will not use it. People will not use it.
I know. There are some voting portals, but I really can't go in and recommend any of those. There are a few of them, and I know that EOS New York, for example, wrote a Steemit post about which tools that would be available, both when it comes to wallets and voting portals and some block explorers as well.
But I think we can at least say that you guys need to be extremely careful. Don't trust anyone. I mean,
yes, never give out your private key.
But that is also chicken and egg problem, because if everyone is careful, no one votes and 15% is not reached. So someone needs to take some kind of risk, correct, when it comes to the UI, like user interface to voting, right?
Yeah, and I will of course vote using the command line interface.
Yeah, as a technical person. But so
it's not the easiest to do, so yeah.
But so for you personally, as EOS Sweden, you and Wahid, what are your steps currently?
Right now, I think what we will be doing is to start meshing. We will start finishing up our hardware and make sure that we are on the Genesis has been posted now. So anyone who want to join in can start an EOS, which is the server software. Can start it and start meshing up with people they know, and then basically we only need 1 or 2 connections to the boot node once it starts, and then we should start receiving the new blocks.
Mm-hmm. We have a question in the chat also from Juliana asking, where do I get Cleos?
Cleos, you can get it from the GitHub repository, so you basically have to compile it. I'm very sorry for that. I don't know anywhere else.
Oh my god! But is it anyone responsible for creating a user interface? I mean, it should be a kind of important thing to do, because no one will compile it.
Yeah, I will. So
at
least one person. But I get your point. And Dan's stance on it is that Ethereum launched without a graphical user interface as well. So.
Okay.
Then again, did you have to vote on Ethereum to activate it? No, you didn't. But that's another point.
And so, how has Dan been involved in this process? Obviously, he wasn't in the call right now, but during the whole launch of the network, what has? Because I've seen in Telegram that he has kind of been pushing to launch now, and that we shouldn't wait anymore. What has his role been, and has he affected the launch, you think?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's been trying to stand out of it, but he cannot even comment about small things without affecting people. A lot of people see him he is a very intelligent guy. So of course, whatever he says will probably influence people. That's my personal opinion. But Block One have a hard stance that they deliver software. They are not going to influence the launch.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I mean, I think it's extremely excited, but just looking at some negative scenarios, I think many people are interested in that as well. What can possibly go wrong now? What is like the worst scenario that could happen currently that you have in your mind?
Maybe the boot node is maybe someone knows who he is and takes down those candidate's computers or something, so we cannot receive the new blocks. Those kind
but then
of
you
things
just take a new one.
Yeah, and then we have to restart all of the election process, which has basically been going on for the selection process. So maybe it'll be quicker this time, but there were some randomizations in there, so most people will not even the people involved in that process should know who the boot node is.
Mm-hmm. Right, Eric, so is there anything else you want to tell our audience before we wrap this stream up? Because it's been almost, I think, 2 hours. It's been absolutely crazy. We have 2,000 people watching. The interest is, of course, huge in this. So is it like the last words, if you are an EOS hodler, EOS believer, if you are an EOS hater, maybe you are neutral, like what would you tell people who are watching this?
Just make up your own mind about it. I mean, read the white paper or read around on it, and I mean, it's fantastic. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time now, so my view might be biased and don't mean too much, but I'm excited.
Awesome, awesome, Eric. Thank you so much. And guys, I want to thank everyone who has watched us live. It's been absolutely amazing 2 hours. I have never done something like this. We did pre-talk, warm-up talk with BitSpace. Then we had the commentary on the meeting. Now we have Eric from EOS Sweden here on the line. And yeah, guys, be absolutely sure to smash the likes if you have enjoyed this. Share it.